Greetings, fellow Yuletide explorers. Did you know that the jolly holiday we cherish today was once outlawed, demonized, and downright dangerous in places in America, where merrymaking could land you in jail? Today, we're peeling back the evergreen branches to uncover shocking Christmas secrets that will shatter your tinsel-tinted illusions and reveal the wild, tangled roots of this global frenzy. From pagan hijackings to wartime truces and fried chicken feasts, these revelations promise to make your next eggnog taste a little more revolutionary. If you crave these deep dives into the shadows of yesteryear, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. We're just getting warmed up. Let's kick off with the shadowy origins that birthed this beast of a holiday. Picture ancient Rome, where the winter solstice wasn't about silent nights, but boisterous bacchanals under Saturnalia's spell, slaves lording over masters, gifts flying like snowflakes, and evergreen boughs warding off the dark. Early Christians, savvy as they were, slotted Jesus' birthday right into December 25th, around 336 AD, per the chronograph of 354, to swipe those pagan vibes and fill churches with revelers who'd otherwise be toasting Sol Invictus. Shocking secret number 1. Christmas wasn't dreamed up in a Bethlehem stable. It was a calculated calendar coup to Christianize the empire's wildest party. Imagine Pope Julius I chuckling as Romans swapped their sun god for the Son of God, all while keeping the mistletoe kisses intact. But hold your holly. Secret number 2 dives deeper into those druidic delights. Mistletoe, that sneaky sprig dangling above smooching couples, wasn't born from Hallmark romance, but from ancient Celtic priests who harvested it with golden sickles under the full moon. Believing it healed everything from barren wombs to battle wounds, Romans piled on, calling it visca, strength, and by medieval times, it symbolized fertility in rowdy Yuletide raids, where young men kissed under the mistletoe to claim a maiden's favor, often leading to mock battles or midnight trysts. Fast forward to Victorian prudery, and it got sanitized into pecks on the cheek. But whisper this at your next party: every stolen kiss traces to blood-soaked rituals where the plant's white berries evoked, well, let's say, life-giving essence. Chills, right? Shifting gears to our third secret bombshell, the evergreen icon itself, the Christmas tree, which nearly got axed before it could sparkle. In 16th century Germany, Protestants, like Martin Luther, yes, the nail the thesis guy, rigged the first indoor fir with beeswax candles to mimic starry skies, inspiring his kids with a twinkling tale of Bethlehem's glow. But when these pagan poles washed ashore in colonial America around 1820, courtesy of German settlers, they faced fierce backlash. Secret number 4. Puritans branded trees idolatrous relics of Roman rites, banning them outright. One Philadelphia preacher in 1851 thundered they were the devil's playthings. It took Queen Victoria's 1848 illustrated London news spread showing her and Prince Albert trimming a towering spruce to flip the script, turning taboo into tradition. Without that royal photo op, your living room might still echo with empty Puritan sermons. Now, buckle up for forbidden festivities, where Christmas wasn't just naughty, it was illegal, igniting riots and royal rifts. Secret number 5. In 1647 England, firebrand Puritans under Oliver Cromwell slammed the brakes on Yuletide with the Book of Sports ban, declaring December 25th a false antique laced with popery and poppin'. that's partying. Plum puddings were confiscated, mince pies melted down, and carolers carted off to the stocks. One riotous London mob in 1647 pelted troops with holly branches, chanting Yuletide or death. It took the 1660 Restoration, Charles II waltzing back with fiddles ablaze, to resurrect the revels. But the scars lingered, fueling secret underground feasts where families whispered hymns in cellars. Across the pond, things got grimmer. Secret number 6, from 1659 to 1681. Boston's blue-nosed Puritans made Christmas a crime, punishable by 5 shillings, about a week's wages, for baking superstitious pies or skipping sermons for sleigh rides. Eyewitness accounts from Governor John Endicott's logs describe raids on heathen homes, with one hapless baker fined for gingerbread men deemed idols. This 22-year blackout stemmed from their ironclad view of the holiday as a Catholic con job devoid of biblical backing. Yet, whispers of rebellion persisted. Hessian mercenaries during the Revolution smuggled in German trees, planting seeds of subversion that bloomed post-independence. Imagine toasting freedom with forbidden fruitcake. Talk about a revolutionary Yule. But bans weren't just British baggage. Secret number 7 unearths a Scottish stone wall that lasted centuries. Until 1958, yes, post-World War II. Scotland's Kirk outlawed Christmas as popish falderal, forcing Scots to sneak celebrations under New Year's guises like Hogmanay. Medieval edicts from 1583 branded it superstitious, with fines for feasting. One 17th-century laird's diary laments hiding his holly wreath from prying elders. This Presbyterian purge echoed Reformation zeal, prioritizing sermons over Santa, but folklore endured in tales of the Yule Bairn, a ghostly child haunting empty hearths. Only Queen Victoria's Scottish jaunts and BBC broadcasts thawed the frost, proving even the sternest Scots couldn't kill the spirit forever. Enter the Victorian reinvention, where Scrooge's sneer morphed into modern magic, courtesy of ink-stained innovators and ad men. Secret number 8, Jingle Bells. That sleigh bell staple wasn't penned for December at all. James Pierpont dashed it off in 1857 as one-horse open sleigh for a raucous Thanksgiving frolic in Medford, Massachusetts. Picture boozy Harvard boys belting it over turkey, not turkey with all the trimmings. It hopped to Christmas via 1859 sheet music tweaks, becoming Bing Crosby's wartime whisper by 1943. Who knew our holly jolly hit was a pilgrim party crasher? Next time you hum it, raise a glass to forgotten feasts. Secret number 9 sweetens the pot. Candy canes, those peppermint hooks, were weaponized in 1670 Cologne by choir director Gerhard Lang, bending plain sugar sticks into shepherd crooks to hush fidgety kids during endless Christmas Eve masses. White for purity, red stripes for Christ's blood, added in 1900 by his Indiana factory, but early versions. Straight-up bribes, flavored with winter green to mask the coal dust grit of 17th-century sweets. Lang's talking sticks evolved into hook-shaped hushers, with one legend claiming the stripes hid anti-Protestant codes during Cologne's religious wars. From silence keepers to stocking stuffers, they've twisted more than just tongues. Now, for a dash of Depression-era heart, secret number 10 reveals cookies and milk for Santa as a 1930s survival lesson, not ancient lore. Amid breadlines and bank runs, parents like those in Dust Bowl diaries urged kids to share the last crumb with the jolly elf. teaching gratitude when pantries gaped empty. One Oklahoma mother's 1932 journal recounts baking stale dough cookies, whispering, "Even Santa goes hungry sometimes." This ritual, amplified by radio tales, stuck like molasses, evolving from solstice offerings to a depression-born doctrine of give what you got. Heartwarming, sure, but it underscores how hardship ho-ho-hosia its way into holiday heartstrings. Trees faced their own Yankee resistance, as secret number 11 confirms, early 1800s. Americans scoffed at German evergreens as heathen holdovers, with one 1830s New York pamphlet warning they'd summon woodland witches. It took Philadelphia's 1821 German Society ball, decked with 50 candles, to spark curiosity. But full adoption lagged until Civil War soldiers hauled home fragrant reminders of home. Even then, Harper's Weekly mocked them as Prussian follies until Godey's Lady's Book spread. Victoria's Vogue in 1850, from fringe fad to fireside fixture. The tree's triumph was a transatlantic tug of war, won by nostalgia over nativism. Fast forward to 20th century surprises, where commerce and calamity collided to reshape Rudolph's romp. Secret number 12, that plucky reindeer with the glowing schnoz. Pure 1939 Montgomery Ward merch. Copywriter Robert May conjured him for free storybooks to lure depression-weary shoppers, scribbling rhymes amid his wife's illness. Sold 2.4 million copies that first year. It snowballed into Gene Autry's 1949 hit, raking in royalties May never dreamed of. But the real shock. Rudolph was a misfit metaphor for May's bullied daughter Barbara, turning retail gimmick into underdog anthem. Without one store's scheme, we'd lack that nose finale. Coca-Cola's Crimson Coup claims secret number 13. Santa's iconic red and white whiskers weren't Victorian vintage, but a 1931 Haddon Sundblom ad blitz, painting the elf in Coke's palette to hawk holiday bottles. Pre-1920s, he sported tan coats, green robes, or even blue. Thomas Nast's 1860s Harper's Sketches showed a Stars and Stripes Uncle Sam hybrid. Sundblom's Jolly Gent, based on a Swedish farmer model, locked the look by 1935. But whispers persist. Was it wartime propaganda, boosting morale with merry consumerism? Either way, Big Soda scripted our Santa, proving even St. Nick bows to branding. Wars, Weird Wonders, yield secret number 14, the 1914 Christmas truce, when British, French, and German Tommies laid down Leonfield's 4 footy matches in no man's land, swapping fags and photos amid frozen Flanders mud. Eyewitness letters to the Times describe carol sing-alongs, Silent Night, echoing from both sides, before officers shut it down, fearing fraternal bonds. Over 100,000 paused the carnage, burying the dead together. But it was hushed by high command as traitorous tomfoolery. One Tommy's postcard reads, "Father Christmas visited the front, brought peace for a night. In trenches of terror, a fleeting Yule birthed humanity's holiest what-if. Finally, global oddities globe-trot us to feasts that defy fruitcake logic." Secret number 15. Japan's KFC Christmas craze exploded from a 1974 Kentucky for Christmas ad, pitching fried chicken as a Western. Wow. Now, 3.5 million birds vanish annually, with lines, snaking, blocks, and buckets booked months out. No ovens, no turkey tradition. Enter Colonel Sanders as honorary saint, bowing to Boeing families. Rooted in post-war Americophilia, it's less holy, more hustle. Yet one Tokyo grandma's tale recalls her first Holy Night bite in 1975, tears mixing with grease. From marketing mishap to must-have, it crowns consumerism's craziest conquest. But wait, secret number 16 sneaks in Scandinavian secrecy. Sweden's Gogel-Goat, a 13-meter straw behemoth erected since 1966, draws arsonists like moths to flame, burned 28 times, once by a tipsy Swede in a Santa suit. Local lore blames trolls, but police logs pin it on pyromaniacs protesting pagan excess. Each December, guards with extinguishers and webcams wage war, turning tradition into thriller. One 2016 torching streamed live to 10 million. You'll log, literally. Dipping into down under drama. Secret number 17 flips summer Yule. Australia's Carols by Candlelight since 1938 features Barbies over Bing Crosby, with prawns on the Barbie and koala choirs under starry skies. But the shocker, 19th century convicts smuggled holly from England, sparking bushfire bans. One 1850 Sydney blaze torched 20 homes, blamed on imported infamy. Now, it's sunscreen with silent night, proving hemispheres humble, even holidays. For a Soviet shiver, secret number 18, from 1929 to 1991, Stalin's regime rechristened Christmas. Dead Moroz's New Year, with furs rebranded New Year trees and gifts from a blue-coated grandpa. Not red-robed Nick. Kids' books urged ratting out Kulak carolers per Pravda archives, but babushkas hid icons in attics, whispering vespers. Glasnost in 1988 cracked the ice. By 1991, churches overflowed. A Gulag survivor's memoir, we sang in whispers, faith's frostbite thaw. One more continental curveball. Secret number 19 unearths Mexico's Las Posadas, 9-night street parades, reenacting Mary's inquest since Aztec times, blending with Franciscan friars, 1580s pageants. But the twist, piñatas started as star-shaped 7 deadly sins, smasher therapy, blindfolded faithful, whacking evil with sticks, candy explosion as graces gush. One 19th century Guadalajara diary describes a riot when a piñata burst booze instead of bonbons. From penance to piñata parties, it's faith's festive flogging, and capping our countdown, secret number 20. The Philippines' 120-day bear season kicks off September 1st with neon inflatables and Mall Santas in 100 degrees Fahrenheit heat, the world's longest Yule, rooted in 16th century Spanish galleons, docking with mangers. But shockingly, pre-colonial animists lit bonfires for Bethula's harvest, Christianized into Parol's star lanterns that once guided Magellan, a Manila elder's oral history. We feasted for ancestors, now for the child, same fire, new light, as our fire crackles low on these shocking secrets. From solstice swipes to KFC conquests, it's clear Christmas isn't a static snow globe, but a snowball of survival, subversion, and sheer surprise, rolling through empires and ice ages to land in our laps. What lingers? The lesson that joy's fiercest when fought for, whether against Cromwell's constables or commercial cola kings. Could a 21st century Scrooge, say AI elves or Ecosantas, append it next? Or might we reclaim the raw revelry of those first forbidden feasts? Ponder that over your next cookie crumb. So, time travelers, which secret slayed you hardest? The Puritan pie raids or Japan's Colonel Crusade? Drop your jolts in the comments below. I read every one, and reply to my fate. If this Yuletide yarn ignited your inner historian, like, share with a fellow fact fiend, and subscribe for more mysteries that'll make history hum. Until our next Hearthside huddle, keep questioning the quiet nights. Merry mysteries to all, and to all a good probe.